Today, in today's Sikkim, there is a very, very important issue that seems to have come up in the public domain. And this is regarding the SKM party and the SKM government's concerted effort to reflect and redesign the whole issue. This is going to happen tomorrow, which is on the 10th of August. And on this particular day, in 2018, Mr. Golay, who was convicted for corruption, completed his 1-year term in jail. Now, there is a section, a major section of the SKM party, which wants to, along with the connivance of obviously the leaders of SKM, to make this whole 10th of August into a liberation day. Now, there cannot be anything so disastrous for democracy as this. To respin it in this particular way by the spin doctors of SKM needs to be stopped on its tracks. And the reason is not far to see. The Supreme Court upheld this particular sentence. He had gone up to the Supreme Court to seek justice, and the Supreme Court, in its wisdom, upheld the judgment. And so he necessarily had to go to jail. But obviously at that time, after he came out, they made a big hullabaloo as if he had come out of jail serving a sentence in which the SDF party was fully complicit. But to our viewers, let me say that the SDF party had nothing to do. It was during the second term of his ministership in the SDF government that he was charged by the then Sangram Parishad president, Mr. Narbahadur Bhandari. And it is ironical today that we see that there are people who believe that it was not Mr. Bhandari, but rather the SDF who had started this whole case of corruption, which was then later taken as under the relevant rules. Now, this is why we say, if democracy has to be flouted, it should not be done in this way. But the interesting thing is, when you spin it and say that this is Liberation Day, this is the day when Mr. Golay actually came out of the jail, because of the SDF party had put him in jail, nothing is further from the truth. So think again, dear viewers, and see for yourself that the truth really comes out. The other important thing is, in this whole spinning argument, there are sections of the SKM who have taken it to the next limit, and which is that they are comparing him to Nelson Mandela. Now, Nelson Mandela and Mr. Golay cannot be compared. It's impossible. Mr. Nelson Mandela was fighting an apartheid regime in South Africa. He was looking for empowerment and the government of the blacks. He was looking for some emancipation of the black people of South Africa. And that is finally which was given when the apartheid was pulled down. He spent more than 26 years in solitary confinement. And so, to compare the two, where is the basis or the metric on which you would compare? So, dear viewers, this is the second important thing that I would like to bring to your notice. And then the third is, which is also at one level fairly important for the die-hard SKM supporters. To you, I will say that taking on a lot of people who have left the SDF party, having enjoyed the SDF and its government, in whatever manner they did, is that you are getting second-hand SDF or ex-SDF colleagues of ours. And I would only like to say what happens then to the first-hand SKM supporters. I think it is very important for first-hand SKM supporters to think this through, because at the end, even though you want to increase your family size, there will come a time when you have to choose between who will represent the SKM and in what capacity. So with these words, I'd like to thank our viewers for listening to me in trying to unravel this whole argument of Liberation Day. It is no Liberation Day. It is a day we should actually mourn, because today Sikkim and all Sikkimis have lost. And my only advice is that to Mr. Gole is, you had promised so many things in the name of Parivartan. So kindly see that those promises are fulfilled at the end of your term. Thank you.